Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this episode, I'll take you along on my weekend in Ottawa, where I headed to the National Stamp Show, ORAPEX. Headed today to ORAPEX here in Ottawa. My dad is also here with me, and we're just walking in. We'll see what we see.
There it is, we found it.
Wow, it's huge. Very cool. So these are all the dealer tables kind of loop around. And then on the left, all the exhibits. And there's all different types and classes of exhibits. So they'll have one frame. I think you said even 8 frame. We'll have to look at some of the exhibits later. Wow, look at all these tables.
In my case, I would be interested in covers associated with stamps on stamps. Those are very prized.
Guys, this is awesome. It's super busy here. It's like 11 in the morning. I'm surprised how many. The show opened at 10, so they've only barely been open. But yeah, it's really hype. This year was the 60th anniversary of ORAPEX, featuring over 35 dealers, an impressive array of exhibits, and stamp presentations. Best of all, it is free for everyone.
Show covers, past. Oh, alright, they got special ORAPEX.
Hello! I'm good, how are you? What have you got going on at your booth? I'm making a video for YouTube.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff. We've got wheelchairs sort of leaning out.
Do you know what's like the most rare item that you have? Or one of the most rare items? Put you on the spot with some questions.
You know what? I tend not to necessarily go by what's rare. I like what's colorful, what's nice quality, what's a little interesting and unusual. Varieties like that.
Okay.
Any other time. Zeppelin flights. I've always loved this set, the Tanganyika giraffes. Lovely
Oh, that is
colors,
beautiful.
beautiful engraving. Weird things like a block from Saxony with a defacing print on it, nice really thick card. Documents signed by King Charles II of Spain.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
1689.
That's cool.
I like the weird and wonderful.
The weird and unique. Thank you.
There's a penny black.
So I just got some covers from this booth, Canadian Stamps. This looks like a burnt cover. Some cows, cows facing left, you know it. And then this one from Germany, it also has the letter inside, but it's all in German. So I'll have to see if I can see what the letter says. I'm wandering around now looking at some of the exhibits. Nice. I'm always drawn to these ones with colorful postcards and colorful stationery. There is so much to see here. Look at these Sierra Leone stamps with diamonds. There's a couple of them on here. So Dad, what's your strategy for finding which exhibits to look at?
I quickly just walk through, do an overview, and then look for where the crowds are gathered, because the people are usually good at finding what's of interest. And then I go there to look at those exhibits.
Here's some of the crowds. Okay. But by far, one of the standout tables is the youth booth, hosted by the Ottawa Philatelic Society. So this is the youth booth here at ORAPEX. I'm here with Denis. My question for you is, how old do you have to be a youth?
We like to, there are some on the young side, but we like to be between 8 and 16.
16?
But
Okay.
there are quite a few 6-7-year-olds that come by.
That come
we
in.
give them to them. Before they pick the stamps, we give them a little bag. Inside the bag there's usually a little kit, and in here there's a stock book.
Oh, this is so cool.
Tweezers and magnifying glass. This is some donated. This one is donated by Canada Post. We have a little book in here that explains how to collect stamps and how to take them off the paper.
And you were telling me there's also all these donated
There
collections?
are other donated things that people get rid of that appeal less to children, but lots of adults who are mass collectors, whatever, will come by and buy these things. We sell them at minimum prices, whatnot, so that they don't go in the garbage.
Yeah.
It's stuff that people clean out of their basement and attics, you know. Some people when we buy these things, and it helps us fund these bags.
So they have tons of free stuff for kids, including like nice first day covers. Of course, they have all these bins that you can sort through, pick what stamps you like. This cool free giveaway bag. That is amazing. Yeah, this is incredible. I've never seen a youth booth quite like this.
There are also many stamp talks available throughout the weekend. This year, I gave a talk on the presence of philately in social media. It was my first time ever presenting at a stamp event. I had a lot of fun giving the talk and also meeting people afterwards. Of course, if you visit Ottawa, you must take in some of the city's beautiful sights, and there are many opportunities for the extreme philatelist as well. The month of May in particular is a special time to visit because it is the time of Ottawa's annual Tulip Festival. There are over 1 million tulips planted around the capital. Each year, 20,000 bulbs are sent from the Netherlands, a tradition dating back to the era of the Second World War. In 1940, Germany invaded the Netherlands and the Dutch royal family fled the country. Queen Wilhelmina stayed in the UK, but her daughter Princess Juliana and her family took refuge in Canada and stayed in Ottawa. Her daughter Princess Marguerite was actually born in Ottawa during their stay. Her hospital rooms were actually declared temporarily extraterritorial so that she could have exclusively Dutch citizenship. To date, she's the only royal person ever born in Canada. When Princess Juliana returned home after the war, she expressed her gratitude by sending a gift of 100,000 tulip bulbs to Canada. And each year, the Netherlands sends a gift of 20,000 tulip bulbs that are beautifully planted and displayed around the capital for everyone to enjoy. This stamp is part of a set issued on May 3, 2002 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Ottawa Tulip Festival. Pictured at the bottom of the stamp is actually another famous site in Ottawa, the National War Memorial. Dedicated in 1939, this cenotaph was originally designed to commemorate the 60,000 Canadians who died in the First World War, but now it honors all soldiers that have given their lives for our country. The sculpture is called The Response and shows the great response of Canada when the world's peace was threatened. There are 22 bronze people representing many different military roles, including nurses, an airplane pilot, a sailor, and the infantry. At the top of the arch are the figures of peace and freedom. In his dedication of the monument in 1939, King George VI said, "To win peace and secure freedom, Canada's sons and daughters enrolled for service during the Great War." At the front of the memorial also lies the tomb of the unknown soldier, the remains of an unidentified Canadian First World War soldier which were brought over from a cemetery in France. This stamp was issued in 1939 for the royal visit of King George VI and his family. But by far, the most popular place to see in Ottawa is Parliament Hill. In 1858, Queen Victoria selected Ottawa as the capital of the province of Ontario because it was far away from the American border. It's the place where the elected representatives from all over our country gather to make our laws. As our Capitol building, it has been featured on many postage stamps, especially definitives, over the years. Unfortunately, Center Block is getting a pretty big renovation, so not all areas are available for public access right now.
Well, it's not very pretty right now. That's as close as you can get. Let's get out of here.
But one noticeable structure is the Peace Tower, which was built as a memorial to those who died serving our country and was dedicated in 1927. You can also see the Eternal Flame, which burns year-round atop this fountain and has a crest of each of Canada's provinces and territories embedded into the fountain. This stamp shows a view of the Parliament buildings from across the river in Quebec. It was issued to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Ottawa as the capital of Canada. In the sky, it shows a drawing of Ottawa 150 years ago. This drawing by G.H. Andrews was created for the reception in 1860 of Queen Victoria's son Albert to lay the cornerstone of the Parliament buildings. By the way, if you head across the street from the Parliament buildings, there's a post office there with a special pictorial postmark. I actually sent myself this postcard from there to add to my collection. Before leaving the city, we also stopped at Chinatown to see this gateway, which was featured on a stamp issued in 2013 from the Chinatown Gate series. This gateway was built in 2010 as a joint project with Beijing. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed seeing my highlights of ORAPEX and touring the city with me. As you can see, there's so much to explore at our nation's capital. It's definitely a fun place to visit. As always, stay safe and stay curious. Bye for now.